Let's see if we can do a little walk around video of this Charger. What we have here is a 1970 Dodge Charger. It's got a 68 front fenders, 68 grill, or excuse me, 68 hood. Of course, they would be the same between 68 and 69. Obviously, it's got a 69 grill. And this grill is immaculate. No broken pieces of plastic that I've seen on it anyway. Just beautiful. And I know it's a 70, but you can probably tell by the license plate. I'm kind of fond of the Dukes of Hazzard. But so it's got the appearance of a 69, other than the 68 marker light holes and the front fenders there. This car, I've had this car for a couple of years, I guess. Incredibly solid car. These floor pans, I would encourage you to look through all the pictures. I'm gonna put up some pictures before I put pour 15 on the floor pans. But these floor pans, probably the best floor pans of any Charger I've ever owned. I mean, not even a pinhole in them. They were amazing. Of course, the Charger had the rust that you would expect around the rear glass. But that has been repaired. You see that little patch panel right there? Now, there's been no Bondo put on it, but new metal has been welded in. It's just ready for finishing body work. So that's been patched there, and that's been patched there. And this deck filler panel has been replaced to take care of the rust that was along the back of the glass. So that's already been fixed. See if I can get the trunk popped here right quick. Okay. The only rust that was in this trunk was, and it wasn't rust through, it was just a bunch of pinholes in the center portion here. So you can kind of see, replaced it from center, or from frame rail to frame rail. I washed it earlier for this video. This is, just looking at it in this video, this looks like, but that's just water. Same thing up there, it's just water. From the frame rails out, it was incredibly solid. No pinholes or anything. All that was taken care of with the center trunk pan. So that's been repaired. So of course, the common Charger rust is back glass, well, at least for Southern cars, back glass, trunk pan, and quarter panels. And this was not bad in those areas. It has been repaired around that and that. The only real rust remaining in this car is some spots down low. Now I filled in, because obviously I was going to do a general Lee out of this car, so I filled in the And I wanted kind of that ratty Charger look in the meantime, but I filled in the 70 Charger tail lights. But you see that little bit of rust right there? And that back there? Let's go over here and look on the other side. I don't know if you can even see it. There's a few pinholes right down there at the bottom. And then that right there. You just can't find these cars that solid anymore. Great roof on it. You can see the factory seam right there. Anymore, a lot of these, they're rusted out. This car is, they're just hard to find as solid as this car was to start with. And this has, of course, the RT emblem on the grill and the RT emblem on the tail panel, but it's not an RT. It's just got RT badging on it. Well, like I said, I was going to do a general lease, so that wasn't important to me anyway. But right now, it's got 18-inch. It's got 18 by 9.5s in the rear, 18 by 8s up front. Got that blacked out ratty Charger look. And this is definitely a project car. I mean, it starts and runs. It's got new brakes up front. The motor that's in it, I actually bought that off Facebook. It was a 67,000 original mile RV motor that's in it. Cranks and runs good. As you can see from the video, all I did was clean it up and paint it. It's got a 68 model, I believe it is, 68 model transmission in the car. Good, strong pulling transmission. But it is a project. It does start, it drives, but I would say this is a car that you can pull in and out of your shop while you're working on it. It's not street legal. It still needs to be wired. It's just what I call hot rod wired right now. It's wired to start, but it has no, you know, the headlights, tail light, none of that stuff works, so it's not street legal. It is a project, but man, it's a good, solid project. Oh, and one good bit of news, it's got a brand new windshield. One bad bit of news, I broke it when I was putting it in. Look at that. Oh well. So anyway, it's got a brand new windshield rubber on it, but whoever wins this auction is gonna need to put a new windshield in it. Interior needs to be completely done. I mean, it's got everything. It's got the seats. It's got everything you want, but everything needs to be redone. All the dash is there. Dash is cracked, of course. Seats need upholstery. But hey, it just depends on what you want to do with it. Maybe you want a ratty Charger, and this thing fits the bill for that. Just a cool car. Underside of the car, frame rails are perfect on the car. There's no rot in any of the frame rails. Like I said, I encourage you to go through all the pictures I put up on this, because a lot of the pictures, I'm gonna put up some pictures before I ever started working on the car. Like I said, I've had the car for a couple of years, but I've only been working on it for a year or so. I wanted to get it where I could pull it in and out of the shop and enjoy it, but I actually have come across another project car, a legitimate 69 RT that I'm gonna work on for a while. So I'm gonna send this car to a new home, and I'm gonna work on my new project. I think you'll find the auction is has a lot of information. I would encourage you to read through all the information, look at all the pictures. I think that'll answer any questions you might have, but if you have questions, ask. I will answer as promptly as possible any questions that you have. But again, this is a project car. It is not street legal. It's got new brakes on the front. Obviously, you can see the motor and transmission. It'll start up. It'll pull itself. It'll stop. Really cool car. Somebody that looking for a charger project to work on, this might be ideal for you. It has very little rust left. Be a car you could buy, do a little work on, and have yourself a ratty charger, or do the paint and body work on it. And it does need paint and body work. It's got that flat black primer on it, but you know, it's a car that needs paint and body work, but it is hard to find them this solid anymore.